Ready to go?
Me. This thing's like a machete.
I made you 16 inches closer to the threat.
Welcome to episode 2 of the I Hate Old Guns series, where my tactical uncle Clint Smith, a man who we should all aspire to be someday,
I know I'm driving you nuts. I apologize.
No, it's fine, forces me to shoot a bunch of old, obsolete firearms. In episode 1, we started at the Civil War, we ended at the Wild West. Today we pick up with what Clint calls a quantum leap in combat rifles for the time, and we'll end with perhaps my favorite carbine of all time. Of course, we cover everything in between on the way, so stick around for the journey.
This is America's first quantum leap rifle. So we just went from the Stone Age to modern. This is the pinnacle of firearms technology in that era. 30 caliber, smokeless, okay? Multiple cartridges by loading the gate, okay? So hold it parallel to the ground. Also on this one we have a bayonet, which you got the business in, so I'm not worried about it. But for purposes of discussion, we'll pull it off.
Okay.
You can see the similarities. This is a true 30-06. No, not gonna work, okay? That's a 30-06, the 30-40 Craig. So here's the cool part. Just take them and just drop them in the gate. Just drop them. Don't even fuck
That's
with it.
it?
Now slap it. Slap it. Good. There's your rotary magazine
loaded?
that someone said they made. No, they didn't, okay? 30-40 Craig. Now shut it,
All right.
okay? Again, a different kind of gun. The military load, I think, was a 220 round nose, so it was a big ass pill, okay, for the time. Look at your sight, has a notch. You can see that they were still into volley fire. This was before a lot of people thought about machine guns. So
Oh,
you can get a whole
wow.
bunch
Holy
of people,
shit.
the ladder
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go way up or way down, okay? I can rotate it by turning this lever to get windage in it, and I get elevation out of this ladder. So this one, 50 is easy, okay?
What's this one called?
A 30-40 Craig.
So you want me to shoot at 100 or
Yeah,
50?
absolutely,
Okay.
because they'd hit it, no problem.
You say so. All
So
right.
sight the notch, everything is real fine. Should have a decent trigger.
There we go. Yep.
Then in the fight, you do just what you just did, only you do it from the shoulder. And then this also has that same idiosyncrasy I told you about a cutoff. This was the first gun to have a cutoff. And a cutoff like it is now, if you run it, okay, it's gonna keep them rounds from coming out of the magazine.
So
That
I
way
can do single
load.
fire,
Right,
like
you can-
this lever here, I
Yeah.
can go from single
Yes,
fire to
correct.
loading out of the
Right,
magazine.
Correct.
Okay. This one's pretty cool.
Yeah, in here, like in World War I, we came and saw the Winchester 97, that would be 1897 shotgun come into the trench warfare as a very valuable tool. And I saw shotguns. I saw a 97 trench gun in Vietnam. I saw more than these. I saw Ithacas and Remingtons in Vietnam. And there'd be like one per platoon or something like that. People would have a shotgun to kind of walk point. But this is the interesting gun, external hammer, okay? So you got an idea of what's going on, okay? We'll leave the bayonet on this one just so you can see what's going on and how it feels, okay? So everything you know now about shotguns holds true. You could empty load this if you wanted to, but I want you to shut it and pull the trigger. Now, look at me. This gun, you don't have to go slow, just slow down when you cycle it. Because that block, there's a lot of mass moving there and dropping and going back up. So cycle it straight back, okay? Push forward first and then back.
Oh,
Right,
shit. And
okay.
I just smashed my fucking thumb.
So that's another reason that they were not exactly. Go ahead and put your finger on the trigger like you're gonna fire. We don't have a round, so we're good. Now just shut it. Boom, it fired.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is also where people talk about the gun doing a slam fire, blah, blah, blah. Mag-2 loads the same, okay?
Feels like a shotgun.
Yeah, push forward slightly and pull
Yep.
back, and you're good to go. Now,
There goes the bayonet.
that's fine. That's another reason why you don't necessarily fight with the bayonet on, you know what I'm saying? You don't want it to drop off in the middle of whatever's
Yeah.
going on. Okay, take the shell, drop it in the side, shut the gun, you're ready to go to work, okay? Good. So,
I love it.
Would you use that gun for home defense? Yeah.
I would shoot this one all day.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. And you know, like everything, this is, you know, like the military version. Show the reach and I'll pull the bayonet. It'd just be easier, less weight.
Okay.
This, again, now we're talking about reach. It's a long bayonet. We'll say a nominal
It's like a
16
spear.
inches. Yep. Awesome.
you go.
Cool. Now, we go into what we call the modern era. By that I mean this rifle, the 1903 Springfield, and then it was followed by the 1903 A1, 2, 3 sniper versions. They started to go big money on them. This one is all milled and everything, and it's like all correct. And now we got into where we stole the technology of the 98 Mauser and got it in a stripper clip. So like if you try to close it now, the cutoff is in that mode. So you simply, okay, can flip it over, and or in this case, since we're single loading, okay, I would give you this round. All you have to do now is just put it in the rifle.
Do I want to flip the little thing?
Nope.
Okay.
Just set it in and push down. Awesome, great. So this is easy 100, hold at the belt buckle. And this is a 30-06, so you know you would think about it appropriately.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
just a little right.
Oh, no, that one, I wasn't even ready for it.
Okay, good, awesome, that's cool. Now, wait and press down.
All right, let's
so
try
if
it again.
everything felt good, you
Yeah,
might
it did.
favor slightly left.
Okay.
Yep. Good.
There we go.
There, right,
yeah.
bolt.
No, I wasn't even ready for that one.
Good.
This has a really light trigger.
Yeah, nice trigger.
I mean, this is, as far as shooting, everything we've shot so
Right.
far, this one feels to me, I don't know how powerful this is. What round is
30-06,
this?
man.
Okay, so,
Kill a moose, I kill a man.
well, I think this one has the best power
Right.
to recoil ratio of everything that we shot.
Right, so you
like
got-
that lever gun was really easy to shoot, but kind of a puss
pistol,
round.
Yeah, it's a PCP.
Yeah, PCC,
Pistol- yeah,
pistol
yeah.
caliber carbine,
Yeah.
and this felt like there was like a little bit of thump, but there was no recoil.
We're also starting now to think about ourselves on a world stage.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting guns where we can actually do stuff where we like we're gonna fight. Now we're bringing a gun. We took this into the trenches in France.
Effective range is
Easy. We mess with the ladder. You'd be on the 700. We just need a couple rounds to see. As far as what you got right there, that'll hit everything to 1, 2, and 3 without doing anything to the sight at all. So this rifle now also would be going on to the world stage. This again was a 30-06.
okay. This is another 30-06. Got it.
Windage, elevation. Okay, shoot a lot higher. Shoot a lot lower. Not as complicated. The sight came off here, came back here. Making wise, from a military industrial complex idea, this is an easier gun. Okay, it's not as complicated. It's got a peep sight, which is better. Okay, it fixes the bayonet. All right, so you like have all that stuff working for you. Okay, this thing has the cutoff too. We're not going to use it, so just keep it parallel to the ground. Lay it in, push down. Okay, sorry, butterfingers. Same thing. You're ready to fight.
Okay.
Sights down, good to go. Okay, mechanical
Ready,
safety,
yep.
it's on fire now. That one's big money. Center of the target, belt buckle. Good. Yep. Okay, then cut off, right? So all the way to and including in some version variations, they were used, of course, worldwide all the way into the 50s and 60s, but we're talking, we'll say 1940, 1945. Okay, so
This is just funny because like we're sitting here, Mike, so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the I hated shooting.
Right,
and this is we're getting to the point where it's like these are okay. Like these are okay for me. The past two.
now we made a transition, okay, in some cases. So for example, the M1 Garand Patton said was the greatest rifle ever made. America's first semi-automatic rifle.
This thing weighs a freaking
Okay.
ton.
All of World War II, all of Korea, all of Vietnam, these rifles would have been used. And you'll still see them around the world. Now, it has also another transition that's weird, okay? And that we went now from a stripper clip that held 5 to an N block, spelled EN space BLOC, loader. And so you start it in, and then historically, this is where people talk about the Garand thumb. You want to put your hand here to keep the bolt from slamming forward because it will as soon as you load it. Okay, push hard, let go, hand off. Now, wait, this is what you see in all the movies. Bump it on the back.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what they're doing, okay?
All right, I thought you
You'll
were
see
setting
them load
me
the
up to
rifle
go-
and then all
yeah.
of a sudden they'll bump it. Okay, they're bumping it to make that first round come off.
Okay.
Okay, 8 rounds, okay, 30-06. Pull back on the safety. So I'm in combat, ready to land a short Iwo Jima, and now I need to push the safety forward, and then I get ready to pull the trigger back when the time comes.
Okay.
Okay, hit 50 first. Easy money on the sights. Go right through the bush. Yep. Okay, go to 100, no problem. Okay, high. Hold at 6 o'clock. Okay,
That was
slow
that-
down. Yes,
All
go
right.
down. You got it. You got 6 more, so you got to shoot. Okay, just left, easy. Trigger, 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 trigger. Good. There's the money. Go for it. Okay, 1 or 2 down the row, the end block will eject. And if you listen, it's historically what's called a ping, which is people always go, well, they'll know when you're out of ammo. Not if you just shot 8 rounds with a 30-06, everyone's deaf. Okay, so go right through, take your time. Excellent triggers. Good. Best generation now of good sights and good trigger. Good. Hear it ping?
Yeah. And once you kind of figure out
No.
where the hold is in the trigger, that's pretty easy to shoot.
Easy shoot.
Yeah.
Our first like semi-automatic rifle for the U.S. military. Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah. This was not bad. I like.
Yeah.
I could shoot
this.
this.
They're solid. And I'm not dealing with magazines. Like literally, you can take your butt pack and fill them full of those things. I probably would want to collect them, if I wanted to reload them, because they are reloadable. Okay, so you kind of get an idea. This is an inland. Okay. Personally, the M1 carbine is one of my favorite rifles. Why? It's lightweight, 30 caliber, 1900 feet per second, 110 grain bullet, okay? And it was the most prolific rifle made in World War II. And my Vietnamese, okay, carried M1 carbines in Vietnam. So it spanned that whole time frame. And they're still around, okay? So good, small, light, okay? Rifle in triple canopy jungle, pretty good, okay? And kind of, also now we get to the magazine fed gun, okay? So like you just push up and pull down on it because you can. Easy sleazy, okay? This one you just push across. Now the gun's ready to fire. 50 yards is no problem.
And
okay?
I should note that of all the guns that we've shot today, this and the next one are the only 2 I've ever fired before today.
Awesome. So that's good.
Okay.
Okay, 100.
100.
Belly button. Easy trigger. Yeah.
Where'd that go?
Yeah, just on the right side, but it hit it. High over the top, hold it 6 o'clock. Okay, a little bit in the trigger. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can see what they do. And it's arguable. There's a guy named Marshall that wrote like an after action report on Korea, and the gun didn't work stopping people. And I always kind of go like, yeah, but I don't want to get shot by it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I would never surprise me to see somebody carrying one of these rifles, an indigenous person in Africa. Literally, they're everywhere on the planet. Okay, I don't plan on fucking banning people with that, and that's not even really a good club. But also, this rifle that you shot was made by Inland. The one next to it is also an M1 carbine, but it's a Winchester. So 10 different companies made the rifle during the war. So of all of them, like I said, not only do I like it, but I think it's a beautiful example of American industrial might. I mean, Singer sewing machine made them. IBM made them, okay? Rockola, the jukebox people, they made them. Everybody made them. And it was this universal gun that you could literally take all the parts, swap them all around, and put it back together. It came also in what's called an M2 version, which is full auto. And for me, no. Okay, it's just it's too light. It's not doing the job.
Yeah.
It's not what you want. But real small, real handy. I made a footnote to you the other day that my mom, even when she, was with us in her mid and late 70s, when we lived in Texas, she would walk down the road every night, and she had her own issue carbine.
It only weighs like it seems like 5 pounds.
That's
Yeah,
all it is,
yeah.
So now we're all the way from World War II, 1940, we'll say 41. All the way into and including Vietnam and after that. The next rifle is the shortest service life rifle in American military. It's the M14. Awesome gun. It died before its time. I think part of the problem was there wasn't a lot of ability to hang stuff on it. They made a version that was a sniper rifle in Vietnam. The guys who did it said about it being okay. Magazine fed, 308, okay? And so it actually did go to war in 1965. It went ashore with the Marines, and Vietnam was called Operation Starlight. Okay, and so magazine fed, got a rocket like AK. Yep, good. There you go.
All right.
So too many rounds in the magazine, gets you killed every time. Okay, 50, no problem. Okay, good trigger, good trigger. Yeah, 100. Hold at the belt buckle. You're on the target. A third of the way up. Easy on the trigger. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Right, slightly left. Okay. Just hold center again. Okay, it's on. So you can do one more round or 3 more rounds. Okay, it doesn't matter. So when it was empty, it would hold back to unload it. You grab the paddle, pull it out, okay? And then this is where the gun started being two-handed. You could roll it over, run the charging handle and stuff like that, okay? They kind of went away too fast. They tried different things with it, mounted Sage, S-A-G-E.
Sage, yeah, with they made a stock, a chassis for it. Yeah,
yeah. All that kind of stuff.
The EBR chassis.
Right, so they were messing around with it, and yeah, whatever. You know, it's,
I mean, people still use it. I mean, there's still the M1A. We, been shooting
and remember,
that
this is a beautiful example of a rifle that properly set up is completely legal in California without all the goofy stuff on it, you know, like they put on ARs. We went through, and we talked about it already, so I'm not going to beat it to death. Went from the Civil War all the way up to, you know, they use versions of these in Iraq and Afghanistan, certain places, you know, and so we covered that whole spectrum. Then this is the Cookie Monster. This is the longest service rifle, and you can see why people like it. One, I get the gun. I can put a red dot on it, okay? I can put a light on it. This light has a laser. It has the front end where I put a suppressor, and the gun's not heavy. James will tell you, the gun's not heavy. And this is, you know, like there's a lot of ARs, just get one that works.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
So continuity of fire, ease of loading. You already know it, there's no recoil, and so you can go with it that way. Yep, hit, 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 yep. The primary function of this gun is it's manageable by anyone, so go ahead and admin unload it for me.
Yep.
Mag comes out, round comes out. Is I can get a gun like this, and since now they are built to do odd things, you know, I'm an iron sight queer, so if this thing takes a dump or the battery dies, I got iron sights. I have a very small wife. Now I can change the stock length. Now I give it to Johnny Bragg, okay? And I got that, okay? So this is where you start to fuse all the technology that we've learned. I can see in the dark, see in the light, got a dot. I don't need it to be perfect. I need it to be on a running man. We're fighting building to building, room to room. I can shoot the back of the car, or I can go uphill and hit his partner 100 yards away. And I got basically 25, 26 times, even though the magazine holds 30, we have that number of rounds to end the fight. Okay?
Clint, be honest with me. Of all of these, including the M4, which one's your favorite?
My favorite. This is my favorite, the Sharps, and this is what I would fight with. Why wouldn't I take advantage of technology? I've never denied it, but for me, the idea in all these guns was never the idea which one's best or worst. In my head, how my head functions, how the school functions, is if I had this gun, what would be the best way to fight with it?
Right.
Okay, so that's, you know already, this is a shit show, there's caps, okay, we got this, lever guns.
There's nobody better to do this with than you, of course. I mean, you're passionate about it. I don't know what any of this shit is, Clint, and I still, I'm gonna forget it. As soon as that camera goes off, I'm gonna forget it. But this was fun. This was enlightening.
It shows you what stuff's doing,
I mean, I wouldn't, shoot
I
this
get it.
into the table that much, but I mean, I would be a little more receptive to this end once we start getting to the 30-06 and all that. So thank you,
no
of
problem.
course.
Yeah.
That
Awesome.
was super fun. Guys, stay tuned. We're bringing you more from Thunder Ranch.
All right, so what did you guys think of the video series? Really, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. There are a couple firearms that stand out to me as being quite excellent to shoot, even though I wasn't excited about it. For example, the 1873 trapdoor, I thought that was cool. I kind of like the Krag, and of course I loved the trench shotgun. Now, there were some not so fun guns because you couldn't pay me to shoot a Burnside again. Ugh, hands down, the worst gun of all of them for me. At the end of the day, you know what this video is about? Wasn't about old guns versus new guns, trapdoors versus falling blocks. It was about spending time on the range with people who are important to me, and that's what recreational shooting should be all about. That's what hobbies should be all about. Guns have a lot of negative attention diverted to them all of the time, but I don't care who you are. There's something wholesome about sharing an experience with someone over something that they're excited about, like watching a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie with your buddy, even though Van Damme movies suck, or going to the restaurant that your wife likes, even though you would have rather gone to Taco Bell. Setting aside what you want or what you like to join someone else in doing something that they're passionate about is an excellent bonding experience, and the enthusiasm can be contagious. Maybe you'll have a good time without even knowing it. I hope Clint's still around in 20 years. I hope I'm still around in 20 years. But life being short as it is means that may not happen. But I think both Clint and I will long remember the day that he emptied his old gun vault to thump targets with living steel history. I enjoyed it, surprised myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Stay tuned and take care.